Oh, buy us, oh, buy us, oh, buy us, we beg. For if you don't buy us, we'll bite you in the leg.
Now, hold on. What kind of an attitude is that?
So buy us
At once.
a bundle of charms.
And if you don't buy us, we'll break both your arms.
Okay, that's enough. Friends, buy the ideal Muppets. The kids will be screaming for them.
Introducing Munchos from Frito-Lay. It's the all-new potato snack, not a potato chip, a potato crisp.
Munchos?
You see, there's more to a Muncho. They're thicker than potato chips, so they're crisper with more potato flavor.
Munchos!
I wish you'd try to control yourself.
Munchos!
Well, as I said, there's more to a Muncho. Introducing Munchos.
Munchos.
The all-new potato snack from Frito-Lay.
Like Munchos.
It's not a potato chip, it's a potato crisp.
Love Munchos.
It's thicker than a potato chip, thus it's crisper with more potato flavor.
Found Munchos.
Try them. You'll discover there's more to a Muncho.
Help! Did you bring a loaf of Clausen's bread? No! Why don't you drop down to the grocery store for some?
What you doing?
I'm kneading Clausen's bread.
Ho ho, who needs it?
Ho ho, everybody needs Clausen's bread. Clausen's bread is like music to my ears.
What are the symbols for?
This is the very symbolic commercial.
What you eating?
A sandwich made with Clausen's bread. Want a bite?
Sure. Ah, he's a sharp salesman.
Boy, it's going to be nice to have a new roof on the house. Yeah. How are you paying for this anyhow? With an FHA-insured home improvement loan. Excuse me. For a free consumer bulletin that explains how to finance home improvements, write to Home Improvement, Department 3, FHA, Washington, D.C. And do it now.
Look at this old house. If this old house could talk, I wonder what it would say.
Why don't you get an FHA home improvement loan and fix me up?
You know, I never thought of that.
For a free copy of the booklet, Fixing Up Your Home, write to HUD, Washington, D.C., 20410, or see your local FHA-approved lender.
That sounds like good advice.
Straight from the house's mouth.
Mr. Crafty, my new garage looks beautiful. How much do I owe you?
Well, there were a few extras we hadn't included, $275.
Don't begin a repair job before you understand all the costs involved. For a free copy of the booklet, Fixing Up Your Home, write to HUD, Washington, D.C., 20410, or see your local FHA-approved lender.
So the total comes to about $83,000.
My new garage looks beautiful anyway. You wouldn't think I fixed this place up all by myself. I laid the bricks. I did the carpentry. I did all the wiring myself. I even did the plumbing. You know, when I started this, I didn't think I'd ever be able to finish it. I think I just finished it.
For a free copy of the booklet, Fixing Up Your Home, write to HUD, Washington, D.C., 20410, or see your local FHA-approved lender.
What's your problem?
I'm in a jam over how to finance a new house.
Financing a home needn't be a problem. This free FHA guide helps you measure your ability to pay for a home. Write to Home Financing, Federal Housing Administration, Washington, D.C.
Anybody got a jam-proof ballpoint?
He's trembling with fear. Needs a house, but afraid he'll get in over his head financially. Now, FHA has a free guide that tells how to finance a home wisely. Write to Home Financing, Federal Housing Administration, Washington, D.C.
I'll write for 2 copies.
I need a bigger house, Doc, but I'm worried about financing it. Well, FHA has a free guide that explains how to finance a home with payments you can afford. Well, that's one way to digest the facts. For your free copy, write to Home Financing, Federal Housing Administration, Washington, D.C.
Oh, Crystal Ball, how can I buy a house?
This free FHA Consumer Bulletin explains how to buy a home you can afford with payments you can handle. Write to Home Purchases, Department 4, FHA, Washington, D.C. Over and out.
Son of a gun.
Financing a new home can be a nightmare. Or it can be a joy. Find out about an FHA-insured home mortgage. Write for a free consumer bulletin to FHA, Home Financing, Department of Housing and Urban Development, Washington, D.C., and banish the nightmare. Back! Get back! I hate these visual demonstrations.
479.
This man is confused about home financing.
41.
If this is your problem, find out about an FHA-insured home mortgage. Write for a free consumer bulletin to FHA, Home Financing, Department of Housing and Urban Development, Washington, D.C. You'll thank us.
Thank you very much!
Sir, you need an FHA-insured home improvement loan.
No, I can repair this place myself.
For a free consumer bulletin, write to FHA, Home Improvement, Department of Housing and Urban Development, Washington, D.C.
Maybe I should have done that.
What do you mean tasty bread is baked while you sleep? I'm awake.
Like I said, tasty is baked while you sleep. You get 30 slices of toast from a tasty giant loaf.
Big deal.
I like these punchy commercials. There's enough bread in a tasty giant loaf to make 15 sandwiches.
Baloney.
15 bologna sandwiches coming up. You get 15 giant sandwiches from each tasty giant loaf.
Where are you going to get 15 giants?
I got friends. Okay, buddy, what do you think of tasty bread?
I never tasted it.
Now, what do you think of tasty bread? Do you like tasty bread?
No.
Things seem to happen to people who don't like tasty bread. Tasty will be the first bread on the moon.
Now what?
Well, Tasty is still the best bread on earth. Say, did you bring the loaf of tasty bread?
No, I forgot!
When you come back up, don't forget the tasty bread. Want a sandwich made with tasty bread?
I've got a job to do. Let me have that sandwich made with tasty bread.